Hey, thanks for joining us on Studio Press TV. In this episode, we're going to take a look at custom homepages for the Genesis framework. Most Genesis child themes include a custom homepage. Now, there's basically two types of homepages that Genesis includes. The first is called a blog style homepage, and the second is called a dynamic style homepage. Now, most of our free themes are going to come with the blog style homepage, and the blog style homepage is going to show your latest posts and basically requires no additional setup from you. The dynamic style in their page is going to be typically set up using widgets in the sidebars, and we're going to access those from the widgets menu in WordPress. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Now, typically what we want to do to make sure that our homepage is ready to be customized or to view it properly, we want to make sure that our latest posts are set to show on the front page. Now, what we're going to do to make sure we have that set up is we're going to go to Settings in our WordPress menu and then down to Reading. And right at the very top, it's going to ask us, what do we want the front page to display? Our latest posts or a static page? Now, to utilize the custom homepage features that Genesis offers, we want to make sure that latest posts is selected. If you were to select a static page and then choose something else, it's going to override everything that Genesis does. So make sure that your latest post is selected. If it's not, go ahead and select it and then click Save Changes. Now, the first type of custom homepage we're going to take a look at is the blog style. This is very simple, and we're going to take a look at this first of all by activating a theme that's one of our free themes called 24K, and this has a blog style homepage. And as soon as I activate this and we switch over to our test site, I'm going to refresh from our default theme. We're going to see the 24K theme here, and by default it's going to list all of our blog posts on our home page here. And it was very simple and easy to switch themes. I didn't have to do any additional setup, didn't have to mess with any widgets or anything like that. It was just a change of a theme, and I have my brand new theme with all my blog posts that are on there. So this is the simplest type of theme, and actually most of our themes include this feature. And so it really doesn't matter if you have a theme that has a more customized homepage option available. Any theme you switch to pretty much is going to go ahead and display all of your blog posts. And that's because we've implemented a new feature on most of our newer themes called a dynamic style homepage. And what this is going to do is it's going to show your latest posts in a blog type listing unless you put widgets into the homepage sidebars. And now that's what I want to show you right now. So let's go back to our themes, and what we're going to do is we're going to activate a theme that has one of these dynamic style homepages. We're going to use the agency theme here. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this theme. Now, I haven't made any other changes to this theme. So we're going to go back out, and just by default we'll see what it looks like when we first install the theme. So right now I have my old theme that's up there. We're going to refresh the page. And as soon as I do that, you'll notice that it's going to display a home page with my latest posts. Now, this is the beauty of this dynamic style homepage, because even if I haven't set up any widgets, it's still going to display content. Now, the nice thing about a lot of our themes is that the home pages are very customizable, and you get some gorgeous looking content layout with these themes. Now, the agency theme is supposed to look like this. So you can see all the different widgets that are in there, and it looks beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this up as close as we can to look like this. We're going to use some of the same content, and obviously we know every site's going to be a little bit different, but I just want to take you through some of the basic steps on how to set up a customized home page using widgets. We're going to use the agency theme here as our test runner here. So this is what we're kind of aiming for. This is where we're at right now. So in order to set up a custom homepage, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our widgets menu, and it's going to be under appearance in your WordPress admin. And over on the far right hand side, it's going to show all of the widget areas that I have available to me. Now you'll notice that I have the typical ones available in Genesis: header right, primary sidebar, secondary sidebar. But then we have some customized ones that are built specifically for agency. Specifically, we have a widget area called Home Welcome, Home Slider, and then we have Home Left, Home Middle, and Home Right. And these are all different widget areas that I can put content into to make my theme exactly what I want it to be, and to put new and customizable content in there. So what we're going to do first is you'll notice on our demo here we have the menu up on the top, and so that's what we're going to do first. We're going to take the menu out of the normal primary navigation menu area, and we're going to stick it up in the header up here. So the first thing I have to do that is I'm going to have to turn off my primary navigation in my Genesis settings. So we'll do that. We'll save those settings there. And if we go back to our test site and refresh, you'll notice that the menu is no longer there. So now it's not in the wrong place, but it's not in the right place either. So how do I get it up in the header? Well, we're going to go back to our widgets. It's under Appearance. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag in the Custom Menu widget up into the header right widget area. We'll drag that up there. We're not going to give it a title. The menu that I want is called First Navigation. Notice I have a couple more I could choose from. We'll choose that one. I'm going to hit Save. And we'll go back and take a look at our test site here. You'll notice that my menu is up in the header. Now, I know my title's a little bit big here. That's okay. We'll not worry about that this time around. Now, let's tackle the content area here. So I have my menu where it's supposed to be. How do we want to get our content to kind of look like this? Well, as I can see there, we have a couple different widget areas. And if we go back to our widgets here, notice that I have a widget area called Home Welcome and Home Slider. Now I can pretty much guess that this thing that says Welcome to the Agency Theme, that's probably my Home Welcome widget. So we're going to go ahead and just put a little message in there for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a text widget for this particular widget area. So I'm going to grab my text widget, slide on up, and we're going to drop that in Home Welcome. And for the title, we're going to go ahead and put Welcome to our site. And then for my paragraph text here, I'm just going to put something real simple. It's really good to have you here. To have you here. There we go. Kind of cheesy, but that's what we'll leave it with there. So let's save. And now let's go back out. And what you're going to notice here, as soon as we've added content into the widget area, when I refresh this page, you'll notice that the dynamic part of the blog post is going to go completely away, and it's going to shift over to this customized site. So we'll refresh, and now notice I don't have any more blog posts, but I do have the content that's in that customized widget area. Well, now that we have it in there, we want to go ahead and fill it into the rest of our widget areas as well. So we're going to go ahead and in the home slider. Now this is a widget that's specifically built for a slider. You can put other content in here, but it's built for a slider. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Genesis Responsive Slider plugin. We'll throw that in there. And some of our plugins, you're not going to be able to configure the entire thing because it'll just be way too much to do it here on the widget screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to save that, and then we're going to go to the slider settings page to take a look at some of the options we have for our slider. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these. We'll probably save that for another video here. But what I want to do here is I just want to basically tell it I want to see posts and the term that I want to include on my slides. So I'm going to use the category slider. It's already been pre-set up for me here, which is kind of nice. And so if it's your install or your site, you're going to have to choose what category you want to display for your slider. If you want to display all of them, that's fine. And that's basically all I'm going to do at this point. Except, you know what, I'm actually going to just choose to display 3 slides. And I think we'll just do that for now. We'll save our settings. And if we go back, notice that we have our sliders in there now, and it's going to display the featured images from all the posts that are in the slider category. And so right now we're very well on our way to having our customized home page. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look again, go back to our widgets, and notice we have a couple other things called home left, home middle, and home right. So we're just going to get real simple here. Notice on the demo theme we have some images and some more text and things like that. We're not going to put the images in at this point, but I'm going to put some customized text in there. So for the home left, we'll go ahead and do a another text widget. We'll call this home left area. Again, real creative with our content here. I'm going to do the same thing for home middle. Those kind of things bug me. Good to go. And lastly, for home right. Okay, let's save there, and let's go back out to our home page and take a look at what we got. If we scroll down, notice that I have my home right, home left, and my home middle is not appearing, and I'm not sure why that is. Did I not save that? Let's go ahead and hit save again, make sure. Do a little refresh. There we go. Okay. Make sure you save those things or else it's not going to show up. And then I also have footer widgets as well. I'm not going to worry about those at this point, but no, basically they work exactly the same way. So what we've taken a look at here is how to customize our homepage using the widget areas. And again, a lot of these themes are set up to display specific types of content like the slider area, but you're not constrained to that. You can put in whatever you want. We hope that you've enjoyed this, and this is how home pages work with the Genesis framework.